Good morning, Friday morning, Garden of England, kind of grey, however it's mild and that's good. So last night I did the follow-up session on Zoom for the people who attended the recent Glasgow courses, and one of the things I was very much aware of doing that was that there's always a compromise when I do courses, because there's two things I got to balance. One is newcomers, so that they, as it were, feel their way into the tools and techniques and leave inspired to use them. But also the people repeating, they come back and they get new stuff, and that's always important. And so there's a balance, and there's always a compromise. So the compromise was that on those courses we didn't do the goal setting process. I left them to go and do that by following the process that's available on the Jack Black Mind Store YouTube channel under the playlist goal setting. And so you'll remember when you did it on the course, if you did, and you're not a recent newbie, then we had the 11 minutes of the classical Baroque music. You went through a process of finding 30 goals, you got into a flow of consciousness, then sometime later in the course you got them down to 7, and then ideally you transported those 7 into the nightbook. One of the things that's happened in recent courses, whether the online one or the previous Glasgow one, and certainly these ones recently, was I was able to show a video very kindly made for us by a Great Mind Store member, Jim Fairbairn. And in it, Jim, you see Jim, he's sitting with an electroencephalograph with all the electrodes on his brain, on his head, and we see what happens when he uses specifically the specific Mind Store techniques, and you see the impact on his brain. And there's one extraordinary moment when something absolutely outstanding happens, amazing, powerful. And but one of the things you don't see in that video is in previous versions of it. You see, when I got involved with Jim in his previous company, he didn't bring me in. He gave me the opportunity, and I had to convince his fellow leaders that it was worth having me in, and fortunately I was able to do that. But one of the things he wanted, once we'd agreed to do programs, that everybody who participated got a copy of the nightbook, because the nightbook is extremely powerful, and he talks about how powerful it is on those previous videos for his colleagues, and more importantly lets people see his nightbook from a way back at the beginning. Truly marvellous. And of course he's an extremely intelligent guy, huge left brain, amazing right brain, but even his extraordinary left brain, this leading figure in terms of CEOs in the UK at the moment, and I mean a seriously brilliant man, he could never have imagined what was going to unfold for him to achieve all these goals, just like you can't either. So the nightbook is massive. And what I realised when thinking about this morning and thinking about those people last night, there was no point in me introducing them to the nightbook because we didn't have time. But what I know I'm going to have to do is, I know that even though I said to them, go off and do the goal setting workshop, it's available at Jack Black Mind Store YouTube channel, then of course, will they do that? Probably most of them unlikely. Their life will get in the way. How on earth are they going to do a process over 4 days? So what I'm going to do is, the dog's barking, this is how important this is. Coming up is the month of December. No, on you go. Now the month of December in the Christian faith is huge. We have a process called, or a season called Advent. You may have heard of Advent calendars and all that stuff. And it's from the 1st of December right through to the 25th. And so the whole thing's a preparation for the birth of Christ. So I want to mirror that, if you like. Not the religion, of course, but what I want to do is I want to mirror that drive that's been around for a couple of thousand years at that period of a year, and get you guys to work through weekly. It's a 4-day process on the YouTube channel. Before, if we do a week for each of those days, each of those 4 steps in the process on here, and I take you through the preparation to an extent we've never done before, so when you get into the 1st of January, you're absolutely ready to make 25 the best year ever. I'm so excited about the potential of it, it's just blowing my mind. So that's going to be big going forward. Now the other thing is that's important for me just to to remind you is this past week I did get 3 of the interviews done. There's one more to come with another extraordinary Milestone member who mirrors in many ways the kind of drives. There's a lot of commonality between her and Jim, and they're just outstanding interviews from terms of, it's like a mini Mindstore course, just extraordinary, and I can't wait to let you see them. So tomorrow morning at Jack Black Mindstore YouTube channel, where you're watching this right now, subscribe, because you'll get you'll be aware of it being released. Then otherwise I'll put the links on the social media tomorrow morning. Get a chance to watch the first one and then give you some time to process that before you get to see the second one. They're absolutely amazing, and I'm looking forward to enjoying that. Looking forward to getting feedback, because the fourth one we're going to answer questions. So as you get into those various videos over the coming period, that you do ask questions or make comments, and we'll pick them up for the 4th interview, which should be amazing. So that's coming. You can really look forward to that. But here's something else, and it's the idea of what Milestone's fundamentally about right at the beginning, and I stress this at the beginning of all courses. It's about the mind management. It's about deleting programs. It's been very much aware. Are you thinking about what you want, or are you thinking about what you don't want? Are you getting up in the morning and starting a spiral of negativity, or do you start a spiral of climbing positivity? Are you in control of your language? Are you in control of the thoughts that you're allowing to manifest in your mind? Are you aware of the scenarios you run and allow to come into your consciousness? It's all about that, and it's also all about wearing bell jars when you meet the negativity of others, so you stay strong, you stay positive, and you march onwards towards the manifestation of your goals. And it's so important. It's so important. But so is also what's going on in your house. Not what's going on in your mind, but what's going on in your house. Think about it. Is your house a place where you demonstrate positivity all day long, where you lift and encourage and nurture those around you? Or is it a place filled with the past? One of the processes in the goal setting, as you'll know, is the elimination. I mean, I'm going to have to finish this shortly, but you know, go and have a look in your wardrobe, go and have a look in your loft. What about the cupboards around the house? We've recently cleaned them all out again. Stuff's gone to the dump, stuff's gone to charity. I mean, open your wardrobe. Is it full of the past? Is it clothes in there you know for a fact you would never wear again? Certainly never wear when you're with some people that you would like to show up being the best version of yourself. Get rid of them. See you later. Have a cracker. Bye now.